It's been a very long time since Mojang began to block certain usernames. It's not a new occurrence, but in the last few years, people have become more interested in these names for a multitude of reasons. Pretty much daily, I see people going into the NameMC Discord and other community servers asking why names like 444, Spider, and Magic, and so on are blocked. Before that, I would see questions on how names like Parse and Shore were taken, and before that, why names like Grasshopper couldn't be claimed. The weird behavior behind all these names has never really been explained in detail, and that's partially because of how disorganized Mojang can be when it comes to usernames. But the history behind when and why these names have been blocked is a very interesting one. From accidental unblock waves allowing hundreds of curse word OGs to be claimed, to Mojang staff hijacking blocked names, to the mysterious OG accounts that can never be claimed. This is the mystery of Minecraft's blocked names. We should probably start with the history behind inappropriate names. Because of the nature of the usernames though, I can't actually say most of them without getting demonetized, cancelled, or both, so I'll just have to show them on screen instead. My apologies to all the audio listeners. Anyways, the earliest history of block names that I can find is some point before 2015, which is when the original filter was instated. We don't know the exact list of words they blocked, nor do we know exactly when they were blocked. What we do know is that this filter was relaxed a bit on February 16th of 2015, where names like Lust and Censored were unblocked, apparently permanently. Some of these, like Lust, remain completely unblocked, but others, like this one, have had the inappropriate word added back into the filter, but the actual accounts that already had the name are untouched, which is the whole basis behind the underground inappropriate name market, and yeah, that exists for some reason. Interestingly, it seems like they wanted to remove the name of Censored, but based on the name history, the owner fought long and hard for several months to keep their username, and in the end, they won the battle against Mojang. Now, this isn't the only unblock wave, but it does seem to be the only intentional one. Just a few months later, on May 27th of 2015, a huge accident completely turned off the Minecraft name filter for about an hour and a half, allowing pretty much every curse word in the dictionary to be claimed. The reason behind this accident isn't actually known by anyone in the community as far as I'm aware. They seem to be experimenting with the filter already since some other inappropriate names were unblocked starting about 2 weeks earlier, but this was clearly not intentional. All the names were promptly changed back the next day, but many of the players got on servers, and some of them even held a huge gathering, which I found a screenshot of. I'll censor some of the names for anyone that's sensitive to curses and slurs, but you should still be able to make out what they are. Since this mishap all the way back in 2015, Mojang has kept a much better grip on inappropriate names, and as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been any unblock waves since then. That doesn't necessarily mean that the names haven't been taken though. See, Mojang staff have a bad habit of screwing around with usernames for literally no reason. They've stolen OGs, they've changed invalids, they've deleted one characters, and they've taken blocked names. Most likely these were just employees testing out their tools for the name change system, but these changes went public and they still show up now when you search for the names. The most popular example of this is probably Hyman. I've already briefly covered the situation in another video, but it might be good to restate it here anyways. A certain Mojang staff, and we don't know their identity, decided to screw around with name changes in late November of 2019 on 2 accounts. The first account was ASD ASF SD SDF, which was then changed to DSophie Jug, and then 21 seconds later changed to Oof, which was a Cheerful.Ninja OG name transfer. Fortunately, 2 days later, the name on the account was changed to Oof2, and the original owner reclaimed the name about 7 seconds later. If I were to guess, they likely contacted support about their name being lost. That's not the name we're worried about here though. We're worried about the second account of this staff member, which was Rutdig Thadifk. Surprisingly, he changed from that absolute beauty of a name to a 3-character, 9T_. He wasn't satisfied though, and about 4 minutes later claimed the name WoW with a 0. Even then, he wasn't done, and the next day he claimed the block name Hyman, which doesn't look to have ever been on any other accounts. The name wasn't kept forever though, since it does seem like this was all for testing, and the name was changed a day later to Hyme M&M. Now, like I said, this is just the most known case of Mojang staff taking blocked names. The other one isn't actually even confirmed, but Mojang testing seems to be the only explanation for this one. The IGN is shown censored on screen. Yeah, even showing the name as text isn't safe this time around. For whatever reason, this old account was used to claim a slur and ended up keeping it for the better part of a year, all the way until early 2019 when the name was changed to MechX. The account has a little bit of activity on Hypixel and a few skin changes, but I can't see any reason why or how this name could have possibly come onto the account without some sort of Mojang interference. So for now, the story of MechX will have to stay, partially at least, as a mystery. After this, the names that are blocked aren't actually inappropriate, so I can finally start saying the account names again. Audio listeners, you're welcome. The best place to start is probably accounts that were accidentally caught in the filter, usually because they contained a curse word in their name. For example, Supervision is blocked because the word perv is inside, and Participants is blocked because of sypa, which is a curse word in Polish. Most of these have stayed blocked for several years now, and others were only blocked after the previous owners changed their names. Oddly enough, there are quite a few of these that don't seem to have been blocked for any reason in particular. Names like Slant simply cannot be taken. And despite the efforts of numerous players, most accidentally blocked names have never been removed from the filter. Most, but not all. In some cases, OG names have been permanently unblocked and claimed by normal players, with a few examples being Parse, Shore, or Oval. On top of the accidentally blocked names, just like names have been unblocked for testing, some names are blocked for testing reasons. As for the test names, accounts like STASD, La 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 La, or Foobar have been blocked since the dawn of time, or whenever they decided to block them. Foobar is a common development term, so it makes a bit of sense for that to be blocked, but the other names are basically just character spam. There is one more group of names that have been blocked for what seems to be no reason, but there is a theory. Names like Animate, Chefs, and Unofficial have all had very, very weird histories. When you look up the accounts that have owned them on NameMC, they all have 4 things in common. Each name has been owned by one or more accounts in the past. Each of these names are good enough to be taken by a sniper like Cheerful.Ninja or MC Sniper. Each of these were claimed on May 18th of 2018, and finally, every account that claimed one of these names was changed back to a previous name on May 22nd of 2018. We can't know for sure why any of this was, but I do have a theory. That theory is that on May 18th of 2018, Mojang staff were experimenting with usernames as usual. Remember, this is only about 2 weeks after the huge May 2018 dupe wave. However, they noticed something interesting about certain names. OG and semi-OG names were suddenly getting blocked, and not by Mojang. What was going on here is known as block sniping, a method of sniping that reigned supreme from January of 2018 to May of 2020, employed by Cheerful.Ninja Sniper. From here, it either went one of 2 ways. Either the staff in charge of the usernames thought the names were supposed to be blocked and then corrected their system to block them permanently, or they realized that the names were being blocked by a third party that they deemed malicious and permanently blocked the names so that they couldn't be claimed by snipers. We can't really know without asking Mojang themselves, and I doubt that support would be much help with that, so it'll have to stay, at least in part, as a mystery. The last section of block names aren't actually blocked, in fact they never have been. Instead, this is a collection of OG accounts, dupe accounts, and so on that for one reason or another ended up getting deleted by Mojang. Names like Diamond, Spider, Magic, and Bird had all been soft deleted for quite a while, meaning the account was disabled but still considered an account for all intensive purposes. The name was taken, the UUID worked, and it was still visible in every part of Mojang's API. That is, until June of 2020, when Mojang did a mass conversion, turning every soft deleted account into pseudo hard deleted. Basically, the name no longer showed up on the API, but a few endpoints could still be used if you had the unique ID to that account. Unfortunately, they didn't drop these names to the public, so some of the best OGs are now unavailable and will likely never be taken again. They aren't the only group of deleted names thought to be blocked though. Many other names have been soft deleted by Mojang for other reasons and were caught in this wave as well. For example, random 3 letters like O3D and O3X are deleted. All gift code dupes and deletion dupes were changed from soft deleted to pseudo hard deleted. And well after the wave, every single demo account was changed to become pseudo hard deleted, which is why names like Drone don't show up as dupe accounts anymore when you search them on sites like NameMC. Unfortunately, these accounts will likely never be returned, and for accounts that aren't dupes, they'll remain blocked until the end of time, or Minecraft dies, whichever comes first. That's it for the video, lads. Hope you all enjoyed. This was actually one of my very first Minecraft Uncovered ideas, but I didn't think there was enough info to make a decent video on it until now, and here it is in all its glory. By the time this video is finished, I'll also have 3 other videos completed, so I'm going to be starting work on my unofficial 4K special, which might turn into a 5K special if my channel keeps growing as fast as it is. It's been genuinely unbelievable. So hope you all enjoyed the video, and hope you learned something about block names, because it can definitely be a confusing subject to talk about. Anyways, that's it. Have a good one. Peace.